Won't be much of a recap. Hopefully, a few people will show up, watch the game, see what's up, see what you guys thought. It's really just all about Miles Garrett, really, right? Saw something about Justin Tucker, bro. Justin, what? Somebody broke a record with the Ravens kicker. What'd he do? Browns kicker had a day, knocking in two from over 50 yards. Early on in the first half, it's like they were dominating all day. I mean, not dominating, but just like the Bears' offense looked pathetic. The Browns' defense just putting pressure on Fields all day. I mean, there might have been, I'm not exaggerating, 3 or 4 plays where Fields was able to drop back comfortably and make a pass. Hey, what's up, Woody? Talking Browns and Bears. I don't think you saw the game, but who knows? And then Miles Garrett himself had 4.5 sacks, 9 on the day for the team. They say one of Garrett's sacks, it's for all the times he gets double and triple teamed. He just barely got a hand on Fields as Fields was running away. But I'm sure Miles Garrett is freaking strong as an ox. That's all right, man. Yeah, what's up, man? And so that was the problem all day for the Bears. I don't really know what they got on offense and tight end, receiver. Montgomery looked like he was a bit of a weapon at running back. But other than that, boy, not a lot to work with there for Fields. And, the Browns bringing more pressure. It's always great when you got a rookie quarterback in there. You just got the confidence to just bring everything at them all day, all the time. Hey, what's up, Spud? Hey, what's up, King of Cleveland? 2-1. Yep, 2-1. And so it worked out today. If you get burnt, you back off that pressure. But they were not getting burnt just all day long. The pressure was getting to Fields. And so just keep bringing it. So that's the luxury of getting to go against a rookie quarterback. I don't know. Let's see who they got coming up next week. Decent team coming up next week. They play the Cardinals next week. Who the hell do they play? No, not the Cardinals next week. But anyways, come on, man. A few of you there. Who the Browns play next week? The Vikings. Okay. Yeah. See, you're taking a chance. Cousins is at least a veteran. Not that he's he's not exactly the great Peyton Manning or anything, but he will burn you. So it worked this week was my point. When you're playing how about the Chiefs losing again, man? The Browns start to did the Browns start to expose something there? What's going on? It's 2 weeks in a row. Although they came back today. And then the Bengals beating the Steelers. What is up with that? Come on, man. I just want to see the Browns box score. That's what I've been looking for here for 18 minutes now. Can you hear that? Nice. Ooh, that was risky too. There was times there. I mean, it looked like for a minute, even though it was ridiculous that the Bears were even in the game. But oh my God, guys. It didn't look like they were going to cover. It was 13-3. The Bears were in position. Casa, I thought they should have went for it. Could have made it 13-10 there. I think it was late in the third quarter. Browns did pull away. It was the big 29-yard touchdown by Kareem Hunt that really broke the day open. He had 81 yards and that touchdown run. I think he had another 74 yards receiving, Kareem Hunt did. Chubb had 84 yards rushing, but never could quite get it going. It seemed like he averaged 3.8 yards a carry, it says here. And it seems like, about every time he carried the ball, it was 3.8 yards. Laid there on the couch for the last of the fourth quarter. Baker getting in there, 246 yards, touchdown pass, no interceptions. The big touchdown pass to Hooper right before the end of the half seemed to be, that was the only touchdown pass of the day. We're not talking about seemed to be. And then OBJ quietly, 5 catches, 77 yards. He didn't have any big, huge plays. He also drew a penalty early in the game. Would have drawn a second penalty. I'm looking at the highlight right here, the big catch by Austin Hooper. And just not a lot of highlights for the Bears all day long, unfortunately. So, 2-1 now. Got the Vikings next week. That's a winnable game. And I believe they got the Cardinals coming up at some point. They won again today, beating Jacksonville. Poor Herb, 0-3. And I believe the Bengals, man. Or what's going on with the Steelers? Or are the Bengals turning the corner? Joe Burrow, 3 more touchdowns today with an interception, I see. Najee Harris doing some things for 14 catches for Najee Harris, huh? It's unbelievable. So what's up, man? You guys don't seem like you got much to say. That's understandable. Talking about the Cleveland Browns. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll back through the chat here. There are a few of you here that said some stuff. What's up, Woody? What's up, Spud? Mrs. Spud with the pick. Hey, what's up, Green Eggs? Caleb. Hey, they did look good. I know it's nice having that rookie quarterback in there, and then a shaky offense on top of that for the Browns. You know, earlier I was thinking, man, I'd rather have faced Andy Dalton, but I'm glad they placed Fields now. Good deal, Woody. Just watching some YouTube. I've been getting into police chase videos on YouTube. Woody, I don't know if you ever watched that or not, but there are some crazy police chase videos. They usually end bad, poorly, usually for the suspect. Then I watched some real awesome one, man. Some like overweight lady that had on heels was able to get away from a cop. He's trying to give her a DUI, and finally it just seems like, all right, man, I've had enough of this shit. She just gets in her car and takes off, and she's able to lose him in like under 3 minutes. It's amazing. I think it was labeled something like most embarrassing traffic stop of this trooper's career. Hey, what's up, Mounts and Soul? The Bethelwood sound check, yeah, it was very great. 2011, is it the greatest jam ever? I don't know. I don't know about all that. It was very good. Very good, team. Lions got robbed. What happened in the Lions game? I saw that was close, actually, with the Ravens. The Ravens, what, they kicked the field goal right there at the end to win it? Hear my man out here putting his fence up. I don't know if you'll be able to see the fence with the glare of the sun and whatnot. Yeah, you can kind of see it out there. Yeah, he's been working on that sucker by himself for about 60 hours now over the last 10 days or so. It's been pretty unbelievable. Yeah, man, what's up with the Bengals, dude? That's all they won. I couldn't believe they won. Then I see that Najee Harris had 14 catches, so it seems like Big Ben was just dumping it off. Oh, your mom went to the Trey show, huh? Trey's going to be in Columbus this week. I heard there was a pretty rad Got a Jaboo last night, friend said. Also checked out some of the Billy String shows over the weekend. That new album, man, I really like it, especially the second half of that new album. Really into that. So I don't know. And this kind of seems like maybe this will be the Browns thing from now on, too. I don't know, man. The football videos are just kind of slowly dying. I know there's people like Green Eggs here and then the King of Cleveland. A few Browns fans still stop by, and then guys like Spud and Woody, Bouncing Soul. Theme seems to like to stop by on Sundays and ask about the Bethel Waves. 66 yards? What? You're fucking kidding me. I want to see that. I got to look at this, man. What? I did see something about a record, but I thought it meant that I really honestly just thought it meant he'd like be, I don't know, most field goal. I didn't know it meant distance record. Holy moly. I can't see this thing. No, I guess they're going to make me sit through 22 seconds of highlights first. Right now, the Lions are up by a point. Lamar lofts one downfield. There's that Marquise Brown. He gets down. Tucker. Oh, my God. Man. Nails it. Did that hit the crossbar? I think it hit the crossbar. That's amazing. Let's see that again. What's this play? So Lions only bringing a little bit of pressure. They had to have oh man, he just gets it in there. Gets it to about the 48-yard line. They're able to line up for a field goal. And it did hit the crossbar and then go in. Oh my God, 66 yards. Justin Tucker. Longest in NFL history. 19-17, the Ravens over the Lions. Wow. It says 8 years ago he did that to him. That time it was a 61-yarder, 66 yards. That's amazing. Boom. That's right. So, all right. Well, cool. Thanks for that little nugget. That was cool to see. You unloaded and loaded the dishwasher. Nice, Woody. I actually did a little dishwasher action this afternoon myself. Halftime of the game. Yeah, 66 yards. That's going to be tough to be broken. I mean, he did it, though. Somebody could possibly do 67. I mean, I've heard their stories of people kicking them 70 yards in practice. So, whatever. Warm-ups. All right, guys. So I think before Caleb hit us with that wildness, I don't know. I just like the football videos seem to be dying around here. Maybe because it was just on the heels of, or it just seemed like there was so much time off. It wasn't even really a Buckeye season last year, but, It's become a fish channel. I mean, I'll still check in every now and then with some sports, and maybe I'll do something like this Sunday after the Browns game, check in live. And then if I'd have shown up and there'd have been 20 or so people here ready to talk Browns, been like, oh shit, I guess there is still some interest. But I swear the Browns getting better ruined it. It was cooler when they were like kind of sucked, and I was always miserable. And every Sunday it was like, oh, is this the week where he kills himself? I shouldn't. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube. It's a no. Is this the week where we see him in a rope? And all right, guys. Well, if I just sit here silently, I wonder if we can get down to 0 people. That one night I tried to get down to 0 people and I couldn't. If you watch this later on, I apologize. We're at about 11 minutes now, and I didn't even say anything about the game. I mean, it really is all you needed to hear about the game. It's all day long. Fields was under pressure. He was sacked more times than passes that he completed. Hey, what's up, Trigger? And I don't know. That's it. Hey, oh, good, Spud. Cool, good deal. No, I'm not really a big anime guy. I am not. Do you? You look like it. I can't tell what that Abby is, but you look like it. I think she did not like she did not like Justin Fields being sacked all day because, she's from Columbus and likes Ohio State, and she has sympathy for a guy like Justin Fields who just gets wrecked all day long. I felt bad for him too. But it happens. It's part of the game. Wish Chinchilla was here last night. I had a few questions. Old dude's fence, though, man. There's a big gap at the bottom, I've noticed. Kind of the reason he's putting this fence up is because he's getting a dog, he said. It's part of the reason. I think the other part is he's just tired of seeing me in my sloppy yard and seeing part of his backyard on YouTube when I cut the video and I cut the grass. And I don't know, man. I hope it's a big dog because a small dog will get under that gap. The squirrels already love it. Like, there's no reason for the squirrels to be running around on that fence as it's been like halfway completed or whatever. They do. They love it. Just sit up on it, run along it. Probably already pissing all over it. All right, guys. Damn, man. Back up to 7 now? How am I ever going to get to 0? So it seems like the Browns are indeed pretty good. After week 1, I wasn't sure. I know it was the Chiefs and all, but it was like, yeah, they still lost. A very winnable game. Once it was going on, like coming into the game, you never thought they had a chance playing at Kansas City. Not the defending Super Bowl champs, but basically the reigning AFC champs. And but then once the game was going on, it seemed like the flow of the game, they can win this one. But then of course they did not. It is a squirrel superhighway. They're nifty. I saw a squirrel today pull a nice move. I kind of scared him. Also, I'll tell you the ran out of gas story real quick too. I kind of spooked him, I guess. I snuck up on him and he was on my shed. And there's it must be a 12-foot gap between my shed and the tree. But he's up here on the shed and he just jumped, man. As soon as he saw me, I scared the squirrelness out of him and he leapt, flew through the air. Not a flying squirrel, but he did fly momentarily and landed on the tree. Now he was down lower on the tree. He fucking barely made it, but he did. I wasn't even after him. He didn't have to be in a big hurry. And the plastic, it's like a plastic roof on that shed. It's just like a little Rubbermaid, plastic shed throw together. I feel like he probably didn't get that good of a grip. He probably slipped a little bit, like when he tried to take off. I don't know. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressed with that squirrel. Less cashew, though. I think it's between the nail gun. I think he tried to run out in the road the other day, so he's on the punishment. Oh, yeah, the muffed punt. That was another big play, Caleb. I think did I write down any big plays early on? The Browns were going for it on 4th down. The first 2 drives, they went for it on 4th down, and Baker was sacked. Oh, yeah, there was the overthrown pass to Felton. See, these were plays that may have meant something early on. Led to the Bears 3-0 lead. The Browns again botch a 4th down. It looked like on them 2 4th down plays, like there was some miscommunication or something. Like Baker went to hand it off to a guy that wasn't even there. And yeah, they did get a stop though, even though they blew it on 4th down back-to-back times. It ended up being 3-3 when all was said and done. And then there was What are you trying to say? If there was something humans would run full. I know, yeah, right, Alan. I know, right. As soon as we saw, I mean, maybe like a person, a psycho with a knife or something, but you're right. Yes, just constantly they encounter these squirrels in my neighborhood. They're constantly running into me, running into cats, dogs, and yes, to where you're just in fear and you're like and you just leap. That thing didn't even really. I've scared them out of the tree before, where they've leapt from the tree down onto the garage, and you can hear them hit. It's like, damn, putting themselves in some danger. But they do it and they survive. And then there's one of them smaller red squirrels. I think they're called pineys, I've been told. Man, them things are lightning quick. And then, the big touchdown to Hooper right before the half, that had to kill the Bears, because as bad as things were going, it was still 3-3. And then the Browns took that 10-3 lead. They held the Browns to a field goal. It's 13-3. It looked for a moment there after a big pass interference play. That pass interference could have went either way too. But okay, by rule, I guess it was interference. They called it a questionable rough or personal foul earlier on the Bears. So it looked like it could have been 13-10. Anyhow, they kicked a field goal, made it 13-6, and then Kareem Hunt took over at 20-6. That was basically the game, but really at 10-3, that was the game. So the Browns caught a break last week with the rookie quarterback. They get another one this week. Kind of disappointed that guy's done with the nail gun. I thought that might have been cool as I sat here and talked about the Browns. You just constantly heard some nail gun action in the background. I think he finished up the fence about as soon as I got started. Another tough one today for Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. Almost looked like they were in control and could have won that game. And then on a goofy play, throws a pick six. Or I don't know if the flea flicker was the pick six or not. Oh, and I'll tell you the running out of gas story. I guess my Ford Explorer, which is sort of my backup vehicle. Mary's got the CRV we drive mostly, but I took it up today. I was going to get some Pepsi and put some air in one of the tires. One of the air tires gets a little low if I don't put air in it. And so when I was driving back, I don't know, man. I was like, what's going on? There's just like nothing happened. I was coming up on a light, and I was like, this light's been green a while. So I stepped on the gas to make sure, just in case that light turned yellow to red, I was going to make it. Well, just as I did that, I got a tiny bit of acceleration, and then that was it. Nothing. I pumped the gas a couple more times, and I could almost feel like my power steering had went out. And then I just coasted and coasted and coasted. And as I'm coasting, I'm kind of thinking like, all right, maybe I can make it all the way back to my street. I couldn't though. I wasn't going to go a half mile or anything. And so I pull into this like State Farm place or whatever. And I was like, oh no, please don't. It might have been a fuel pump. I was not out of gas. So I felt like it must have been a fuel pump. But I did have in the back of my mind the other day, my gas gauge acted weird. It went from like a quarter of a tank all the way down to like an eighth of a tank. And basically it has stayed in an eighth of a tank ever since. I just I don't know what I was thinking. I knew I should have probably gotten some gas. And so I walked back home, get the old gas can for the lawnmower, walk it back up there, drive back up there, and put gas in it. It did indeed do the trick, so I drove it back home, and then Mary and I went back up with the other vehicle, brought the CRV back home, and that was it. That was the awesome ran out of gas story. I've only ran out of gas, I believe, now 3 times in my life, and this one, while it was kind of on me for not realizing how have I maintained at an eighth of a tank after driving to work and back one day, and then I don't know, another little small trip. It's like an old ass Ford Explorer. It does not get good gas mileage. So I should have known. Luckily, it was only about a half mile walk or whatever. Oh, really? Huh? Yeah, I don't know what's up with this one. Something is indeed up with this one. This one's the small problems are starting to build up on me though. Like the window in the back, one side of it's kind of messed up, so I can't really open it anymore. There's something going on in the driver's side door. Something's like loose in there. You got to really like slam the door to get it to shut. And I can hear something in there, some metal jiggling around. But like I said, it's a secondary vehicle. Although this guy putting his fence up kind of screwed me, man. Just this year, I realized I can take my firewood from my driveway, put it into the Explorer, and then drive it to the backyard. Where's the Lost Lands at, man? I may consider doing that, Shane, but I don't know where they are. It's crazy what you're doing here. Vehicle. Boom. The TV. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Those of you who did. And if anybody watches this later and you sit through the whole thing, oh, wow. Legend Valley. Okay, cool. Boom. I bet it is crazy out there. You guys get some cool shows, though. What's up with that? Go Browns.